Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe below. Um, Today I'm going to share uh, several pages to help choose papers for your scrapbook pages. I always look to my photos for inspiration for papers and for themes if I can. Um, so I'm going to start here with this page. I look to my photos and she is wearing pastels. She's got pink and soft green. So I just automatically know that's my color scheme. And I stayed in these tones to pick my papers. And then they are playing badminton on the beach. So I looked for images that reflect badminton, and I chose to do a beach theme as well by putting beach items on each frame. But my real point is that I'm hoping the colors work. You can see that this is pastels. These papers are all in that color scheme. So no matter what I do on this page, it's going to look good because the papers all make the photos look wonderful. So if you're in pastels with your photos, stay there with your papers. All right, here's another pastel one. I'm going to, oops. Okay, so on this page, the kids are all up in a tree. This photo, this girl is wearing green, pink, and yellow. So I'm looking, there's more pinks, there's more greens in this, and there's the tree of the green of the tree. So I right away go to this color scheme and look for a paper that has pink, yellow, and a soft green in it. And that's this print right here. And so this is my jumping off point. I then look for coordinates with these colors. I found a stripe and a medium-sized print and the polka dot background, but it's all the same tones as in here. You can pop things with black or white, or I did a deeper shade of the green. But I'm hoping that this kind of thinking will help you make it easier to choose papers for people who struggle. So I had a pastel theme and I pretty well stayed with it. And then your pages will look beautiful without even trying. Get more room here. Okay, now it's a little deeper, the color scheme in this photo. So looking to my photo again, this girl is sitting in a field full of dandelions. So I picked a rich green like the grass, and she has like a deeper green dress on. And then dandelions gave me a theme for the page. So I found a paper with the colors I needed, the deeper green, the brighter green, and yellow for the dandelions. And I just coordinated these papers all with this paper. And so the photos look better when the papers are all in the same depth of tone. They're all a medium tone. So it just, to me, it makes the photos look really good. So there's a deeper tone. I'm going through all kinds of tones here. All right, I think this is one of my all-time favorite scrapbook pages. I just love this one. Okay, so the photo itself is green and white branch. This lady's just holding a branch down with white flowers on it, and she is wearing a black dress. So it's a very nice bright spring green background here. So I picked a bright green and white for the white flowers paper, and I also picked a black and white coordinate to go with this. and they're all, this green is the same as this green. And the black and white just makes everything pop. So I matted everything in the blacks as well. The other thing is I looked to my photo for a theme, and she's got a branch of flowers. So I found a frame with a branch of flowers on it. And then I decided to go with an accent to pop things. I chose peach because of her skin tones, but I could have used yellow, I could have used red, I could have used a deeper orange, I could have used any color, another color to make it pop that goes with it. So that made that page easy. It gave me a theme and a color scheme by just looking at my photo. Okay, so this photo, my husband is wearing a slate blue shirt. So I picked a slate blue background, and then I found a coordinating paper with some slate blue in it. And it also has the navy because he's leaning on these blue things. So I put that there. So with this paper, it had green in it as well because there's quite a bit of green in there. But it's the same depth of tone as the green in here. So then I just had to find a funny image, and he takes all my photos. So I thought this was a perfect title. We just click, and that was the image that went with it. So I just did a funny thing with it. But it works because I've used all the colors that are in my photos. And like if I had put this on really dark paper, like really dark or very pastel, it wouldn't look right. And you'd be sitting there thinking, I don't like this page. There's something wrong. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. But 9 times out of 10, when that happens, it's because you've picked the wrong paper. That's what I find. I get up and leave my scrapbooking. I walk away from it. And I could sometimes sit with it there for days. And then I just change the background paper, and Bob's your uncle. It's perfect. So, okay. So this page, the photo, it's all about her blue and black jacket and her white hat. So I went and looked for a paper that had this turquoisey blue and black. And I found this. And I like the pink, the pops of pink as well. So that worked for me. And then I coordinated this with it, and the blue, the other papers are all coordinated with it. So they're all in the same color scheme. And even my images, I used the white to pop, and I shadowed things and that in white. So it also, I looked to my photo for a theme, and she's out in the snow playing. She's making a snowman. So I found Cricut images of a snowman. Another one, he's got a snowball. He's making a snowman as well. So it works because they're all in the same color tones. Now we have a page here. I'm gradually getting darker. Okay, this one, the photos are all green and white. And I have a black coat on, so I went with the green, the black, and the white. So again, I look to my photos for inspiration. We are in a Japanese garden here. There's a pagoda there, so I added a pagoda. And also just branch and leaves I did in white to pop them on the page, and there's to bring out the white in these photos. It makes the boats stand out, having the white there. So again, looking to the photos for inspiration. I sound like a broken record. Okay, this page, this photo is all very goldy rock on this waterfall, and into the pool it's a very bright blue, the pool, and the rock is very gold. So I found a paper that had that bright blue and gold and browns from in here. And I love it, so I picked a pattern, a background that would go with it as well, the coordinate, and paper for frames as well. I used some of the same colors in the images, and so this was a waterfall into the pool, and I thought, well, wouldn't a mermaid be cute? So, and it was a big rock formation, and I saw this image of a rock formation with a mermaid on it. So I just was delighted and went with that. And then we were there for Christmas, so in Florida, so I just did a Happy Holidays ornament over here. So I used the water theme. Because of the mermaid, I did seashells in that. So the photos gave the whole page to me, the whole idea. Now I'm into, these are primary colors. This is World of Disney, a gift shop. I think that might have been at Disney Springs. Or so primary colors in all these photos. So I went with Disney paper because it is a Disney thing. And I just repeated it all primary colors because the photos are in primary, and that's what makes it work. He's cute, isn't he? I'm like, go big or go home. That was fun. All right. My grandchildren were using the photo booth app on my husband's iPad. And so I printed some of the pictures that they were clicking out, which gave me a wild color scheme here. So by picking primary colored paper, it all really works, and the photos really show up. It was fun. It was kind of psychedelic, so that's why I went with a 70s groovy, you know, psychedelic kind of thing. That gave me a theme too. All right, now these are just garden photos, so I went with the red and yellow. I put all the red and yellow flower photos together on this page, and they're very rich and deep in colors, so I picked all rich, deep. It's a deep gold, not bright, soft pastel yellow. I went with all the same depth of color as were in my photos, and just added some because it was a garden. I put bugs on it. A little girl watering flowers. Gave me a theme, growing garden. So I do get inspired a lot. And the other thing that inspires me often is my paper. If, say there were butterflies, I didn't know what to do on this, and one of the papers I had chosen had butterflies on it, I would have put butterflies on this page instead of ladybugs. Or if there were dragonflies, I would have put dragonflies. The papers often, once you get a color scheme and you pick papers, there's often something in the paper itself that can give you a theme for your page. All right, these are outdoor photos as well, but they're kind of more muted and fall. This is duller colors. I'm hoping this video has the right color scheme. So I went with a duller paper here to go with this sort of thing, and then picked other coordinating papers off the colors from this. So I just used another bug theme, a caterpillar on this because it was garden, but because it was a garden, I actually went with a bug theme throughout several pages in this album, so it kept me going. Not looking for themes. Anyway, I used all those same depth of tone of colors for these pages and my images too. All right, this one is dark, rich browns. So I found a background paper with the right brown in it. And then from this photo here, and the gold, so I repeated the gold in her dress, in his shoes. This was a Lego display. I think it was at Disney Springs, I think. So I just did a Lego thing, and it was the Seven Dwarfs. So there were Seven Dwarfs images because my photo was, again, giving me a theme, Seven Dwarfs. There was Snow White as well. So by picking coordinates and papers that all coordinate in the same depth of color, it works. I'm sure you've got the hint now, but I'm going to show you a few more pages. All right, in this one, they're very dark colors. Very dark green, and I wanted a color scheme, so I looked at this right there. That gave me my color scheme. It was a very mottled floral. I found this perfect paper, so I went with it. I on both sides, and I popped everything with black because these two girls are wearing black, so it worked for me. I used the same depth, different prints, but the same reds. I didn't change from a Victorian red to a Christmas red. I used the same shade of red in all my patterns. So this one is very dark. These photos are outdoor in the woods on a hike. So it's mostly dirt and some greens. So this was out in BC in the winter. So the ferns grow everywhere, even in the woods, all winter long. So I found a fern theme for my page, and this paper is the dark green of the dark tones in there. I then picked up some of these beige tones to use in the mushrooms. That's all. It was just another image to do. So again, the deep tones from the deep tones in the photo. I did shadow these in black because there was lots of black images and my coat was black. Now this page, I used this photo. It's a lot of black clothes and beige dead stuff. It's winter, so the grass was turned beige. So I used all that for a color scheme. I decided I'm going to use craft paper on this. So I found some craft paper, and this one had some peach in it, which I liked because there were berries all over this tree. It has some berries. So that gave me a little pop of color. So I used, that's the only color I used on the page, was the berries and this little bit of paper here. So I stayed in the with the craft papers and found these birds were singing, so I used music paper for that. They're American starlings. Yes. So the tree was just full of them. So it was, I had never seen those birds before till we were there. Now I see them all the time here. Okay, so darker tones. All right, now I have black and white photos. So these horses are white with black harnesses and trimmed with a tiny bit of red. So that gave me a black and white color scheme. I picked a black background, a black and white paper, and I trimmed everything in red to go along with it because the horses are in all the photos. And I really like it. I'm thinking it's working for me. So I could have popped this with another color, with green. There's some green in there. But with a black and white theme, you can pop it with gold or silver or red or blue or any color you want. It's very neutral. So you can do anything. All right, so this is not so much the color scheme, but I'm going to do a few where just looking to my photos gave me my start. So right off the bat, this is a photo of my granddaughter. She's wearing a red and white striped shirt. Well, there's my paper right there. And now in this photo, she's got all these curly things in her hair that are lighting up at night. So I just went with curly things all over. And there's sisters hugging, so I found an image of sisters hugging. I just looked to the pictures and it just told me everything to do with this page. So I hope I'm making things, giving you ideas to help give you more confidence in picking papers for your own pages. Because I know how people struggle to do that. All right, here's another one. This little girl is holding a rainbow animal print toy, stuffed animal that she got. So that made my page. I just looked at that and went animal print and rainbow colors. And I had them all in one pad. So I just ran with animal print and made border here with some different, with a cat image because that was a cat, did another cat. And put whiskers on this frame, just tying in with the cat thing. So the animal print toy gave me a whole theme and a color scheme. All right, so this is just a pool page. So I just decided this blue was so rich and deep that I had to go with that. But I did have this pad of undersea paper, and I decided I'm going to make this into an aquarium or an ocean page. Turn this whole pool scene into an underwater scene. So because of that, I had this underwater paper, and I used the coordinates of that for this. So I just picked a theme of, well, I used the Nemo theme here and turned it into an underwater. Just you could do a beach scene. You could do, as long as you use the same depth of colors. These are all vibrant, colorful because the photo is vibrant and colorful. So I hope you're getting some ideas. I hope I make it a little easier for you to pick your papers with the same depth of color as your photos. That was my message for this video. So please subscribe to my channel, and you can find Cricut Design Space links for all of these pages at my website, Me and My Cricut. It's below. I have links. Thank you for watching.